It's Dave Johan once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by someone who's going to be making their professional debut on June the 2nd, Reagan Oliver, who will be making his pro debut at Super Bantamweight. How are you, mate, first of all?
Good, nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah, likewise. Anthony's been talking you up, rightfully so as well. Talk to me about your amateur accolades, first of all, because you've got many, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I'm one-time national champ, and then I had like 6 years out of the ring, got back in the ring, done like an 8 weeks camp, managed to get into the national finals again, lost on a 3-2 split decision. So I just think I'm ready for the pro games. When I can do that in such short amount of time, let's see what I got when I got like 2 years, consistent.
No, absolutely. I mean, you've clearly made a good crack at it as an amateur. Have you sparred anyone of any decent name in the pro ranks, fighting yourself up here?
Sparred like Reza, Liam Davis, Jazz, and I'm ready to spar all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that kind of experience, it kind of brings you on, doesn't it? And the division that you're entering as well, Super Bantamweight, there's a few that I know, such as Shabazz, the Maverick Masood, also a decent amateur, and gone on to some good titles in the pro ranks. There's Dennis McCann as well, isn't there? It's a good division, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, no, it is a good division, but they've got to realise that I'm coming into that division, so they've got to be ready, because I'm going to be more than ready.
No, absolutely. What kind of stuff have you been working on in the gym with Anthony?
Working all sorts, like from amateur to pro, it's a different style. So it's like more like sitting down on your shots, picking your shots wisely, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, the ambition is clearly to become a world champion. I mean, that's the reason you got into it, isn't it? I mean, you're 24 years old. Has this always been the dream to be a boxer?
It has always been to the dream from, say, about 12. I did do football, but it changed to boxing ever since. Like I've got into trouble and that, and
yeah. But look, put it like this anyway. Look, it's one of them sports that brings in all the characters, doesn't it? And when it comes to football, yeah, it's rare, isn't it? How someone can get into the Premier League, but I think with boxing, it's such an open door, isn't it, mate? Everyone can get.
It's just like I found my way. That was like my way. Football, yeah, I did like it, but boxing, it was like more like you in your own. It's your own self. You've got to do it yourself, and that's what I like about it. So there's no one. I'm not relying on anybody. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'll be your fans and your family. And how do you dust off them nerves? Because I bet it's a bit difficult, isn't it? Sometimes walking in there.
It is. I just think if you haven't trained properly or not hard enough, then that's where the nerves are going to start kicking in. But it is what it is. You're going to a fight. You're going to win or you're going to lose. It's just all down to you how hard you put it in.
Clearly with a Brummie accent, right? Yeah. You from the city?
I'm from Birmingham. I'm from Great Bar, Feezy.
Yeah, good stuff. What kind of crowd are you bringing with you then? Is it going to be a mental Brum crowd?
Yeah, I've got a lot of people waiting, ready for this debut, so there's going to be a lot of people there. Going to make a lot of noise.
It's too early sometimes to call anyone out, but when we look at the division, when we look at people absolutely smashing it at a world level as well, like your Anuis and so on and so forth, do you think, I'm not saying fight Anui, but what I'm trying to say is he the top dog?
Yeah, he's top dog. I do watch Anui, and I do see myself get into that level, because anything's possible at the end of the day.
So breaking down the fight between Anui then and Fulton, which has now been postponed until July the 25th, is it a shutout Anui knockout victory?
I can see him knocking him out. He's got mad power, but I don't know, it can go either way. Anyone, if he lands a good shot, then he could go.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Reagan will definitely be there in June when you do fight. Have you got any message for your sponsors, or where can people follow you? Let us know.
You can follow me on Instagram, Reagan Oliver. It's Reagan, and the Oliver's a 0. And you can find me on Facebook, Reagan Oliver. But watch out, big things to come. I don't want to speak too much now. Action speaks louder than words.
Good stuff, mate. All the best from the Boxing Voice.
So, thank you.